Top of the afternoon to you. I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone and tell you thank you for taking the time out to tune in. You know, without you guys, I wouldn't have a show. So it's always an honor and a pleasure to be able to come to you on a nightly basis. If you don't know, I'm called a five-star general, is a name that the public gave to me because it seems like I'm always in the middle of some type of war as it pertains to the community, helping people and different things like that. The war I'm in the middle of right now is the principal at Jackie A. Senior High School was wrongfully removed, and a bunch of lies are being told by the Houston Independent School District. And the thing about it is I want to dispel those lies, but I gotta dig in a little bit to be able to explain it to you so that you can clearly understand. So what I want you to do is I want you to push the share button on this video, and I want you to share it to as many people as you possibly can. And let's get the ball rolling. You know, I get it with these superintendents and these folk that claim that they love our children. I also understand that there is no love for our children when grown folk make decisions that inadvertently affect them. It doesn't mean that any type of kid is excluded. I'm speaking of black kids, white kids, Latino kids, immigrant kids, LGBTQ kids. I'm talking about kids. So don't anybody come to me with the political side, because I don't do that when I deal with the children. Hold on a second. Now, we know it's some shady foolishness going on with the Houston Independent School District, and it's always been that way. When I finally woke up about 14 years ago, and I got into this game, I could not believe some of the things that I saw. I couldn't believe some of the information that came across my desk. And I was new to the struggle of trying to get a quality education for children and get rid of all the foolishness that was going on in the Houston Independent School District. I was new to that. So I really did not know that it was really that bad. In 2022, it's horrible. In 2022, it is horrible. No matter if you're on the west side, no matter if you're in the affluent community, no matter if you're in Northeast Houston, no matter if you're in Third Ward, Harlem, Clark, South Park, our school district is horrible. And people like the Urban League that honored Millard House this week, you didn't honor him because of the work that he's done, because he hasn't done any work. Matter of fact, he can't hold a conversation with you behind the Diaz because he's too busy reading off prepared statements from his iPad. He hasn't done any work. Now, I will tell you what they've done. I want to touch on this. I really want to touch on this. And I got to go deep into this shit, man. Has anybody ever asked just what these officials do during the course of a day at the Houston Independent School District? Well, most of them don't show up for work. A whole bunch of these people that are getting six-figure salaries, they don't show up for work. And nobody's making them show up. So our tax money is being wasted on people that are supposed to be enhancing the educational process for our children, but all they're doing is pimping it for their own selves. Dr. Sean Bird, where the fuck you be half the time? You stay on the road, acting like you at this conference, that conference. You ain't at no goddamn conferences, dude. You ain't at no conferences, man. Denise Watts, ask yourself this. How many of these upper level officials even came to work this week? The ones that are in the cabinet, how many of them actually came to work this week when our kids were still in those schools, those teachers and principals were still in there? How many of these clowns come to work on a daily basis? Very few of them. I can tell you that. Very few of them come to work on a daily basis. There's a plot to destroy Black education. Now, white folk, I love you. I got love for y'all. But I got to have a black conversation right now. Black folk celebrated this man when he showed up, like he was the savior of HISD. A month after he got here, I told you this nigga was a fraud. I'd already talked to the people in North Carolina where he came from. And they told me what he's going to do is he's going to cozy up to your black politicians. Go get real close to him so that he's good. And then once he's good, he going to mess over your kids. Well, almost 2 years ago, they ain't lied yet. That's exactly what he's done. Show me what Millard House has done for our children. Tell me what the superintendent of HISD, the man that makes $400,000 a year, what has he done for any child? Especially black kids. You want me to say it slow for you? I will. Not a goddamn thing. I tell you what he has done. He's gotten rid of some very, very high quality administrators. From a school district that got a B, why did you shift all those people around? Why did you get rid of all those people? But you got a B from TEA. Your schools are doing great, minus the ones that are struggling. And in all actuality, we got more schools in our now than we had when Grenada left. We're not going forward. We're going backwards. From an educational standpoint, we are not going forward. We are going backwards. And you know why we're going backwards to a certain degree? Black folk, I'm talking to you. Because whenever symbolism comes through the front door, you want everybody to get on the Negro train. You want every black person to support every black person that comes through here, and they all do the same thing. They shit on our communities. White folk eating shitted on yours too. So for me, a man that has basically put himself in bed with the Texas Education Agency, my question now becomes, why are we dealing with this clown? I want to show you something. I got to see if I can pull it up. Hold on. I want to see because I was reading it earlier. And I want to make sure I can pull it up. Let's go in here. I want to see. I want to see if I can pull it up. Let's go over here. Bear with me for a second. Okay. Hold on. Let's go in here. Let's switch accounts. Let's go back over to my main one. Hold on a second. I'm coming. And it's, let me see. Where is this at? I don't think I got it no more. I don't know what I did with it. I know where it came from. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on. All right. I want to pull something up for you, and I want you to be able to see it. Hold on. Let's go in here. We're loading up a page because I want to show you. Know me, I come with the receipts. I want to be able to show you some things and see if I can pull this up. Hold on. Let's make sure we can pull it up. Okay. All right. We can't pull it up, but that's all right. Let's get here. Let's get in here. So why should we celebrate Superintendent House? Shouldn't superintendents have a doctoral degree? Y'all hired a man that ain't got none but a master's. You hired a man that came from a school district 3 times smaller than the Houston Independent School District. Now he's messing over special ed kids because he doesn't know how to he doesn't know how to deal with them, because where he came from did not have a high sped population. You got immigrant kids and Latino kids that are being left behind under the direction of Millard House, because where he came from did not have an immigrant population, nor did it have a high population of Latino children. You're messing over black folk because that's just what you do. So why would we hire a man who even lacked the experience to sit in the seat? Now, I know I got to apply some pressure. So let's apply it. Every black city council person, every black state representative in this area, every black congressperson, all the black senators, state senators, y'all wrapped y'all arms around this fraud. And right now, y'all calling up there to find out what's going on. Do you feel like a sucker yet? Because you brought him in here, paraded him around with the pastors who ain't done jack shit for our kids. I told you that wasn't gonna happen. I ain't got no disrespect towards no pastors, but you dealing with kids that don't even come to your church on a Sunday. So how do you know how to deal with our children? You know, we got to take advice from Mattress Mac. A man that sells mattresses for a living can tell us how we need to educate our children now. Funny how the world has changed. But Millard House definitely does not know how. His people don't even come to work. 6-figure salaries. And these people don't even show up for work 90% of the time. And we're paying them. These people got over $1.4 billion in ESSER funds. Can somebody show me when that money made it down to the school level? But you got schools hurting. And the money was sent to deal with the fact that a lot of our kids lost from an educational standpoint when the pandemic started. So how much of that money has made it down to our children? How much help has Millard House sent down to our children? Nothing. But I tell you what they did do. They hired a whole bunch of their friends. Millard House okayed the hiring of a whole bunch of his friends and Rick Cruz's friends. And the reason that the HISD, the Houston Independent School District, is tanking is because of Rick Cruz and Millard House. This ain't got nothing to do with personal. I don't know Cruz on a personal level and don't want to get to know his scandalous ass. I don't know Millard on a personal level. Millard House is very standoffish with black people. So, nigga, I don't need to rub no sanitizer on my hand when I shake your fucking hand. He's that type of Negro. He's above us. But I'm going to tell you what, we're going to apply some pressure. We're going to start tonight on the Isaiah Factor at 10:30, Fox 26. We're going to apply some pressure. We're going to apply that pressure when we protest you at the HISD building. We're going to apply that pressure when we protest your wife on her job. We're going to apply that pressure when we protest your child at her school. We're going to apply that pressure when we catch your ass at Sunday service at Willa Avenue Baptist Church. We are coming to apply that pressure. And guess what? If you politicians line up behind this fraud, we're going to apply pressure on you too. I'm really thinking about throwing out the name of your side chick, Millard, your side piece. Yeah, I said it. I'm thinking about telling the world who your side piece is. Ain't you a married man? Can't keep your little dang-a-lang in your drawers, huh? Yeah. But I get it. You're a man that's on a mission to get to the top, so you're just trying to get ahead in life. Or maybe you're just trying to get some head in life. Either way, Negro, it's time for you to go. The recommendation is that the Houston Independent School District buys this man contract out. Yeah, I understand how that works. We'll have to pay him what we owe him and then bring somebody else in, and then we'll be paying on top of that. But if you do that, you will save your school system. You will save us a bunch of money. Otherwise, we are done. You can when you send him on his way, you can riff Rick Cruz at the end of the year. He's an at-will employee. We don't need a deputy superintendent. It's a high-priced job for what? Because both of them are playing in the bed with TEA. Both of them. They're purposely setting Yates and Cashmere up to fail. If you're not doing that, then why are they not RISE campuses? But hold on, let's talk about RISE. You know, I had a whole 24 hours before I come back on here. That RISE shit ain't working either. But the question is, if you have two schools that are struggling, why didn't you allocate any money for them? But hold on a second, Millard. You have tons of schools that you didn't put on RISE. And you know why? Because you want them all to fail. You son of a bitch. You want them all to fail. Well, I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen. And I bring the mail every day. You may not like who's delivering this mail, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If you do not get that Negro out of here, one, he's going to bankrupt our school district. According to his own projections, in 2025, we will be $217 million in the deficit. $217 million in the hole, playing with somebody that don't know what the hell they doing. That's been here 18 months, and somebody asked him a question, he's still reading off the iPad. I don't want to hear shit about your dyslexia. You're reading scripted answers off of an iPad. We don't pay you $400,000 a year to read off of an iPad. You sure you don't go home at night and play your PS5? You a nickel slick Negro, man. But I can see through you from day one. I could see through you from day one. I knew this dude was bad news. I knew that this dude didn't know what the hell he was doing. My question to you is, and I see my teammate Christopher Gardner. Y'all remember Chris from 1985, number 51? That's my brother. We had dreams the other night with a bunch of Yates alumni for the Christmas party, and you know, my big homie Philip Flanagan was there with his lovely wife Samantha at the Yates Christmas party, but it was actually Philip's birthday, and Big Christopher was sitting in the corner like the Big Mac that he is, sitting over there in his chair. I don't think he had his fur coat on, and he say, "Man, with this Yates stuff, Monroe, what you gonna do? You the man." Well, see, that's the way we challenged each other for the last almost 40 years when we were teammates, and all of us would challenge each other. When there was some adversity in front of us, or if there was some high-powered play in front of us and we knew we had to get down, what you gonna do about it? He challenged me. And whether he knew it or not, I took his challenge. I took his challenge. Say, man, put it to you like this. Before TEA takes Jack Yates Senior High School, I'm willing to die for it. My kids need an opportunity. These kids need some hope. And they don't just need it at Jack Yates, and they don't just need it in Third Ward. They need it at Phyllis Wheatley in Fifth Ward. They need it in Booker T and Studewood. They need it at Madison in that Harlem Clark area. They need it at Worthing over there in Sunnyside. They need it at Sterling in South Park. You understand what I'm saying? They need some hope everywhere. And this Negro ain't spreading no hope. He's spreading his legs, but he ain't spreading no hope. You a freak. You're a nasty little freak. I called your superintendent a freak. Better yet, let's call him a trick. Your wife know you're tricking off that money? Or is you really looking for that trash that like the for $40 in the club? You in bed with the vendors. Anywhere there's money popping off, this is where this superintendent is. But yet the money that was sent down from the federal government due to COVID has never made it to our schools. Don't lie and say you did, because just yesterday you took $80,000 from Worthing High School. Travis McGee been fighting for an FFA program over there for years, for at least the last 2 for sure. And y'all took $80,000 from the black kids. He a freak. You're a freaking little dude, man. You think I don't know? You're a freaking little dude. Probably like your salad tossed. I'm talking bad about you, homie. And it's only going to get worse. I gave you 48 hours. You probably ain't in town. You probably going out to North Carolina or Oklahoma, wherever the hell you from. You enjoying yourself. Well, don't enjoy it too long. Because them same Negroes you've been running around with, them same pastors, they either going to line up with us. Because the urban got the meeting tomorrow. They can either line up with us, especially you pastors that was down with it, or we running up in your church. We disrupting your Sunday service. Basically, we going to fuck up the church's money. We going to fuck the church's money up on Sunday, man. We going to surround your churches, man, and we going to protest. And I'm going to make sure that bullhorn is in full effect to where nobody can hear your bogus-ass sermons. Because everybody is down for the BS. Hold on a second. Let me check. One of my partners just hit me. Yo, say Sean Bird been out interviewing for jobs, huh? Man, they trying to get up out of here. They done took all the money. The kids ain't got no money. They done took all the money. Now they trying to get up out of here. The board needs to buy this clown out. We can take that L, but it ain't going to be nothing to fight for if you leave us around here one more year. Ain't going to be nothing to fight for. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. So, yeah, man, I'm thinking about exposing the superintendent's side piece. I'm really thinking about exposing it. Because the world needs the most. Hold on a second. Let me, we need our theme music. We need our theme music. Let me go up in here and get it. Everybody told me that I was wrong when I laced him up. But I really wasn't. I wasn't wrong when I laced him up on the song. So I tell you what, let's have a little fun. Because we all need some theme music, man. So let me go up in here. Let me go See if I can get it. All right, let me go to my tab. This is how I feel about you. And I really was letting you make it, homeboy. This is how I feel about you, Millard. Say this goes out to that fraud ass superintendent, Millard House the Third, HISD. Let's go.
The superintendent,
you a hoe.
The superintendent,
you gotta go.
The superintendent, you think a nigga don't know? Mr. Superintendent, you a hoe. The superintendent, you gotta go. Mr. Superintendent, you think a nigga don't know? Mr. Superintendent, I got a phone to pick. My mind started clicking. He's a straight up bitch. I said back for a second and peep your game. Oh, felt my cologne, bitch. Remember my name is the 5 in front of the star Monroe. I smell pussy the first day you came through the door, and now you wanna fuck our kids, fuck yours and your motherfucking wife and your son. So you still wanna fight, nigga, bring it. Cause I'm more hum with the Glock and had them holler on slang it. You wanna play tough, nigga, keep on flexing. See, I'll slap your ass, bitch, straight out of Texas. Take the schemes, your team, and get the fuck on now. If you stay here, little bitch, you better watch your mouth. You think I'm all talk, but you ain't getting no pass. Let's have a conversation with my foot in your ass. Mr. Superintendent, you are Mr. Superintendent. You gotta go, Mr. Superintendent. You think a nigga don't know? Oh no. Mr. Superintendent, you are Mr. Superintendent. You gotta go, Mr. Superintendent. You think a nigga don't know? Oh no. Let's slide to the trustees. For a second, every board meeting, you suckers, you stayed with and reckless. Nothing but some yes girls and one yes boy. You're tougher than a bitch, surrounded by laws. Miss Board President, I'll get you at the polls, and you ain't getting no votes from none of my niggas. Rose, take your side piece. She going with you. I wipe the whole cabinet when I get through. I still can't believe that you hide this bum. Let's send this bitch back. Where the fuck he come from? You can't do a budget, you can't educate, and your words ain't lining up because they carry no weight. Matter of fact, you on a guinea pig mission, and I'm gonna line it up. Just because this nigga tripping, you came to get the bad, and you raising them up. You didn't know that you the pussy that we planted to fuck, nigga.
Everybody's gonna fuck
Mr. Superintendent. You are home, Mr. Superintendent. You gotta go, Mr. Superintendent. You think a nigga don't know? Oh no. Mr. Superintendent, you are home, Mr. Superintendent. You gotta go.
Say, man, on the real, let's hit his ass with the remix.
Disrespect our kids, you disrespecting the size.
KP on the beat. Another Mike exclusive.
You already Peter rolled, James. So I'm gonna bring it back to you, Mr. Superintendent. Millard House. You know who it is, big homie. It's the OG. Your 5-star general. Remix. Let's go. Say, man, I called you a bitch, but you letting it slide. I ain't the type of motherfucker you would fight outside. I done strapped up the heat and got the word on the street. I'm about to make it hard for you and your people to eat. Millard House on the truth when it comes to the shit. And for 12 long years, I've been keeping it lit. I woke up one morning and they hired a hoe to even fuck with me, homie. You just middle of slow. You got scheme after scheme. That's why I keep on preaching. Got a certified plan. The fuck I teach, then you gon' fuck our kids and close our school. Since you invested, motherfucker, invest in the tool. Say you a country boy partner that's running this mile and you's a straight little bitch. We running to out. You disrespected a legend. Know what I'm talking about? And when you disrespect our kids, you disrespecting the side. Millard House, she was rich. I said it before. I smelled pussy the first day. Remix, come on, remix. That's right. Millard house, you a bitch. I said it before. I smell pussy the first day you take the show. Remix, come on, remix. Millard house, you a bitch. Say, man, this the way niggas.
What you do with that though?
You went and hide your homeboy.
That's the team of home.
If you feel about it, homie,
Make it do what it do.
She the pussy in the building.
Cool, stay up.
Say, man, boy, that shit.
And you make it.
They get money under the table. They fucking the fake. Your overall assignment is to decimate us. That's why I call your ass out. Cause I don't give a fuck. She call me out, nigga. What you waiting on? I slap your ass like Will Smith singing black ass home. It escalated real fast with the games that you play, with the shit that you do, and the lies that you play. 1 minute you gotta break your D, ain't got nothing. You're scared to come to the hood, cause we know that you stuck. You see, I called you a bitch, and I'm 10 toes down. Find a way, mother. Welcome to H-Time. Millard house, you a bitch. I said it before. I smell pussy the first day you take me down. Remix, come on. Remix, come on. That's right. Millard house, you a bitch. I said it before. I smell pussy the first day you take me down. Remix. Remix. That's right. Say, Millard. Man, immortal word.
Yeah, that's how I really feel about you, big homie. That's how I feel about you. See, because you're a fraud. And I want y'all to understand something. You're going to fuck our kids and close our schools. I wrote that last year. How the fuck I knew? How I knew? How did I know that's what he would do? I've been knowing. You Negroes ain't never hid your hands when you started throwing them rocks. But yeah, we watching you. And we ain't just running our mouth on this one. You finna get the business, clown. And since our families are upset and, you know, they not feeling this right now, we got to make you feel the same way. Ain't no stopping this time. Ain't no going back on it this time. I ain't the type to start drama. I'm the type to finish. And people want me to finish you. They want me to finish you. So I tell you what you need to do. Take Sean Bird. Take your girl Denise Watts, Rick Cruz, everybody Rick Hyde, and get the fuck out the building. You know, some superintendents are smart. I would have to say Terry Greer is one of the smartest when it came to me. Because normally back in the day, every Tuesday, they would call me and ask me if I needed any help on what I was going to speak on. Well, this particular Tuesday, they called me when Greer was superintendent. And true story. And I was upset about something. I don't remember what it was, but I told them, I don't feel like playing with y'all today. Go up there on the 3rd floor and tell the superintendent he got 48 hours to get the fuck out the building. If not, he going to jail. I show up for the board meeting 48 hours later. I'm walking up. I'll never forget that walk because it was a glorious day. I walked up to the building and there was a big old like stage in the foyer off to the left when you come through the door. Somebody say, Greer finna retire. Yeah, right. So I stepped there and I wait till everybody got there. It was a big press conference and Terry Greer announced his retirement 48 hours after I told him get out the building or he's going to go to jail. Millard, I'm going to give you the Christmas break. Say, man, you need to get the fuck up out of here, dude. And you want to know why? Because if Sheila and Rodney and Boris and all these people and these pastors that fell in love with you, that believed in you, don't get you up out of here, you going to jail along with a bunch of your fucking friends. You got lawsuit after lawsuit about to pop off. You got a major one for the pop too. Ain't got nothing to do with no principal at Yates. You got a major one finna pop off, partner. You finna have lawsuit after lawsuit, and you ain't gonna have no money to pay that shit. See, you wanted to play the game. You stepped into 3650 Alabama, Jack Yates Senior High School, and you flexed your muscle the day that you fired my principal. I guess you wanted to show us this is what I'll do. And I can sit in your gym while it's being done and nothing can be done about it. Not on my watch. You a country boy, partner. You a country boy that don't even know the dynamics of what's about to come. Let's make sure we understand. Nobody's threatening physical harm to him. I'm trying to lock this nigga up for 40 years. Him and his team. Rick Cruz and his partners. Y'all can talk amongst yourself all you want. Y'all can reassure each other, I ain't did nothing wrong. You got till the Christmas break, you son of a bitch. The one thing I know, special needs kids have to have special people that's working with them. And what you've tried to do, especially over at Harper DAEP, where you're putting sped students in an alternative school setting. This ain't got nothing to do with T.H. Rogers. Did TEA tell you to do that? You know the guy you got over the sped students over there? He's not even special education certified. But the person that you removed was. You put somebody over sped at that school that's not even special education certified. And you think I'm going to keep letting you make it? You got till the break is over, you little bitch. And then you need to get the fuck out. Yeah, y'all didn't know that part, huh? Thunder, let me put Thunder's comment up. Thunder said, why in an alternative school? That's for kids with behavioral problems. Same thing we said, that's a safety issue. Or maybe you need a class action lawsuit to get your fucking mind right, boy. I feel like doing one of those social media pranks on you. So let's practice. Say, boy, get your shit and get out of town. That's how I'm talking to you right now. Say, boy, get your shit and get out of town. Because that smoke that's coming, it's real. Ain't one black person should be mad at me. Ain't one white person should be mad at me. What we all need to do is get together and run this bastard out of town. But let's say my good white people say, well, no, that's who they wanted. We're going to show you that white folk ain't the only one that can run your ass out of town. We're going to make you get somewhere, boy. We're going to make you get somewhere, Millard House. My mama would tell you this. Fuck you, Millard House, and your whole fucking team. I said what I said, partner. You done shitted on our kids one too many times. And you can't show us in 18 months anything that you've done for poor children. You can't show us anything that you've done for any of our children. If it wasn't for 50 Cent coming through with his G-Unit labs, you wouldn't have done jack shit. And you didn't do that. 50 did that. You didn't do shit for our children. And you definitely ain't done shit for black kids at all. I really think that you don't want to be black. Well, go get you some of that skin bleach shit that Michael Jackson used and beat it, bitch. I said what I said, the Isaiah factor tonight. I'm going to give you the business. And I don't give a fuck what statement you made. Oh, by the way, y'all, normally when something happens in HISD, they don't give statements. In 14 years, I've never seen you give a statement. But on this Yates thing that you need, I think you promised to deliver failing grades from Cashmere and Yates. You gave a statement. Why? It's called character assassination. But you stepped into the lion's den. And we're very overprotective of lions, man. And you know why my people gonna line up with me from all over the city, Millard? Because when Cashmere needed help, Gary Monroe came running. When Booker T needed help, Gary Monroe came running. When North Forest needed help with that automotive program and didn't even have a certified teacher, Gary Monroe came running. When Wheatley needed help, Gary Monroe was standing in the middle of Providence with them people on the first day of school. It's time for us to link up. They say it's strength in numbers. I agree. But it's strength in a whole bunch of damn fools too. And guess what, big homie? Welcome to the urban. And you know what it is. Say, man, it's the United Urban Alumni Association. We the new NWA. And we all got attitudes.